Served hot, just the way you like it. Here's your weekly serving of food, news, and views. Tim Beeman, Stephanie Hess, and Nikki Miller-Ka are Tart and Tangy Triad.
Hey guys, this is Tim from Tart and Tangy Triad, and this is your appetizer video for the week of January the 14th, 2014. I'm reminding everyone to go to the website, tartandtangytriad.com, like our Facebook page, and follow us on Twitter, because we are all the time tweeting. This week, Stephanie's going to tell you about 3 desserts that changed the world. And Nikki is going to give you a preview of next week's guest and the highlight establishment on the Big Eat Tour. Downtown Winston-Salem's big food extravaganza every Tuesday of January. So tune in next Tuesday for the January 21st webisode of Tart and Tangy Triad. Until then, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Bon appetit.
Here on Tart and Tangy, we talk a lot about the importance of food. Is it possible, though, that a simple dessert, like a milkshake or a chocolate cake or a jelly donut, could change the course of history? Well, recently on Menofloss.com, there is a story of over 11 desserts that very well may have changed the course of our history, and I'll tell you about a few of them. First of all, a chocolate cake. In 1914, during World War I, there was actually an instance where German troops crossed British lines and shared a rich, delicious chocolate cake with the British soldiers for about an hour of at least temporary peace. A milkshake at one time in the 1960s was used by the CIA to attempt to assassinate Fidel Castro. The assassination was thwarted because the poison used in the milkshake was actually broken down in the freezing process. Finally, a dessert that has changed the world is the jelly donut, in which the famous speech by John F. Kennedy when he told a gathering of the German populace that Ich bin ein Berliner, which actually meant I'm a jelly donut. In fact, the effect that had was sort of endearing to the German public and actually helped to improve his image with the German public. So if you'd like to read about more humble desserts that changed the history of the world, go to menofloss.com and read more about it. Have a great week.
Next week is the 3rd week of the Big Eat, and next week's pick of the week is going to be WS Prime, which is located at 425 North Cherry Street inside of the Marriott Hotel. Also, stay tuned for next week for our special guest, Carrie Clifford of Camino Bakery, and we'll see you next week.
The views and opinions expressed in this podcast are solely those of the contributors and are not necessarily shared by our distributors or hosting company. This podcast is copyrighted and cannot be reproduced without express written consent of such and such Limited, Inc.
Yeah, girl.